Yeah, well, Notre Dame they're a very good offensive team. They're hard to guard. They hit some timely baskets, and they put pressure on you with their ability to, touch the paint and then certainly stretch it at 4 or 5 spots. And I think what hurt us at times was some miscommunication, whether if we were switching a ball screen or not, and tried to be as clear as possible coming out of timeouts and certain things. And those in a game that, you're fighting. Look, they got up 15, and we did fight back, but that was frustrating when there were some crucial ones. For us to have won this game, and, we had a chance, a couple bunnies we missed, and, there was that one play that was fortunate for them, unfortunate for us. It was a foot race with Cody and Goodwin, and I think it was either a 2 or 3 point game at that time. I can't remember, and that was a big possession because we did a pretty good job executing down the stretch with, making them, putting some pressure on them. I'm sure Coach Bray will be frustrated with how they handled, we're such a daunting pressing team, I know, but we did a good job. Our guys used some quickness, got there, and then made some plays and attacked. But just to beat a good team like this in their place, few too many. We didn't think well at times in that game. It just communication things. So that was the frustrating part, but certainly a hard comeback. I thought Poppy was really good on the glass and physical, and just kind of knowing we would have needed a little more to be in that one. I didn't like being down 15, but good that we came back.
Terry, Leshevsky and Goodwin, you had them pretty contained in the first half.
Yep.
And they had that little stretch there of
Yep.
about 3.5 minutes where they hit 4 threes, really opened things up. Did they get lost there in the corner?
Yes. Well, Wesley did a good job early. We didn't do a good job. He scored a lot for him, but we were doing a good job, and that's where one was really a tough shot. I think Jaden was there on it, and then a couple times we said, okay, we broke down in some communication things that were pretty straightforward, and those were costly. And again, that's where the separation occurred. But we got better as it wore on. As it went down the stretch, we guarded a little better in the half court. Also with, like I mentioned, some of the traps and all that we got going.
Jeff.
Tony, there ended up being a big disparity in three-pointers made. Coming into the game, did you feel like that had to be a little bit closer in that area?
Ironically, someone told me a stat that when they make 10 threes, I just looked at that, they're undefeated this year. And, they made 10. We got some good looks. The guys have to take them. It was 3 of 14. We needed probably to knock down a few more because even against their zone at times, we got some decent looks. We started attacking. Times we were a little tentative, but then I thought we got aggressive. But that's hard when there's that much of discrepancy. There's a lot of points there. But we got some points in the paint. I thought we did a good job on the offensive glass. We tried to do the things we could. Couple key turnovers here and there, but 3 of 14 and 10 of 23 certainly is a mismatch that way.
Mike.
Jaden had his 4th straight double-digit game. It's his first double-double since the JMU game. He had that little slump there. Do you feel like he's playing better, or are those numbers indicative of how he's playing?
Yeah, no, that's certainly a good stat line, and you were finding some mismatches at times and the soft spots, whether it was a zone or man-to-man, and he was aggressive. So I thought he did a good job. And, he had his hands full tonight having to guard, whether it was Leshevsky or Goodwin, and then at times we switched, and I thought he slid well. So, from my recollection, the tape won't lie and all that, but I thought he did take a step in the right direction and gave us, some great effort. I thought, he and Poppy in the second half established themselves and did some good things.
Jeff.
Poppy has become significantly more productive of late. Has he been putting in more time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been almost 20-some plus days where he's gotten extra time, and usually there's a correlation there. When you work hard at something, and maybe it doesn't happen right away, but you just slowly improve, and you got to attack improvement in that way. You got to be smart in the season, but I like his mindset. I've seen that with most of the guys. It's not a diss on anyone else, but he's getting after it. And again, if you want to be good and master something, and you have areas that are not strong, well, then go after it and work, and don't be afraid to work. Some guys are afraid to work, and he hasn't been lately, and so I like that.